We are out at Pincushion Mountain recreation area today doing a project. We are doing phase 1 of the rehab of the Pincushion Mountain trails. That's a collaborative effort between the Superior Cycling Association and Cook County. We were just seeing the ridership up here at Pincushion diminish. Trails need riders. It's important just for the health of the trail, for the health of the organization, and all that kind of stuff. So by doing this refresh, I think what we're going to accomplish, and this is our goal, and the club's goal, is to really make Pincushion a nice, awesome trail system close to Marais. So I think it'll bring a lot of visitor traffic as well to the region.
Hi, I'm Mica. Harju.
And I'm Adam. Harju. We are the owners of Dirt Candy Designs, trail building company based out of Marais, Minnesota here. It was time to kind of freshen things up and bring things up to a more modern standard. Building techniques in the trail have changed immensely in the last 10 to 15 years, so it was due for a refresh.
Part of trail building is being an artist, I think, and so really reading the canvas that you're working with and not forcing it produces the best product. And so I think Adam in the machine, he's got the rider experience in mind, but he also sees like what he's got to work with Mother Nature. And you never want to force that because you'll feel it. If you feel like a trail is forced or a feature is forced, you can pick that up on some level when you're riding. And as builders, we want to make sure it feels as natural and the rhythm is as natural as possible for the experience to be super positive and to work with nature instead of against her. It makes our job easier too. Pincushion has become known for its challenging trails with the roots and the rocks, and we do want to respect and also pay attention to the integrity of the geology here. I mean, that's a cool thing about Pincushion, but doing that in a way that also makes it approachable for riders of a lot of different skill levels here. So we want it to be fun for everyone, and just to get more people out here. It's such a great resource in the community that we really hope to see a lot more bikes using the trail system. Because something that might take us a half a day to do, you zip by it on a bike in like 20 seconds, so.
Or 2 seconds.
Or 2 seconds, yeah, more like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does mean a lot when riders do appreciate, trails don't build themselves, they really don't. So, or the most sustainable ones don't.
So we are on this project really trying to make it as long-term sustainable, minimal maintenance for the club in the future. And one big way to do that is to make sure less water goes across the trail. In some spots, it's just natural drains and ditches like you see here. There's a nice drain. And then in other spots where there's a more perpetual prevalence of water, we've actually built some uphill ditches, and then the water can cross the trail through like a hardened drain or a boardwalk or whatever. The Forest Service has a new spec that things have to be 36 inches wide, but we order lumber in 16-foot lengths, so 30 feet doesn't go into 16 very well without having waste. So we, as the club, has recommended that we end up just going 48 inches wide on all the boardwalks. And what that really does is it makes it so the rider doesn't really even focus on the fact that they're going across the boardwalk. It just feels like the trail, because the trail is 48 inches wide in a lot of spots. Some spots it's narrower. Also, with the wider boardwalks, adaptive bikes are much more included onto the trail, which is really cool. We want this trail to be a venue where they can come and enjoy the same kind of experience that everyone else gets to.
thinking about like the experience that we're crafting with the downhill gets us really excited for what riders will be able to have, you know, when we're done. So I think that's kind of a highlight for us.
For example, we have a lot of these rollers. Like, we're turning this trail basically into a downhill roller coaster. And what we're doing is on a lot of these rollers, we're just building on the side just a little kind of ramp, and it's pretty subtle. Like, if you were rolling slow, you could just roll right over it, no big deal. But if you're rolling fast and you know to look for it, that thing will send you probably 10 to 15 feet down the trail. And you're never more than this high off the ground, but it sure feels good. You know, it just gives you that sense of like unweighting your bike and getting those tires off the ground without any real like big risk to that. So.
And it's optional.
And it's optional.
So it lends itself to progression as a rider. And we're utilizing the grade. You know, you already have speed on your side, so you can just enhance that with a little spice here and there if you want to. You can check the Superior Cycling Association website for trail conditions. So we'll keep that updated as to like when we're opening up trails for riding.
Yep.